This question is about social justice and activism. We're kingdom-minded people, and we're living in this world that our government, they're not very kind like that. We're praying for them that they will be kinder, right? But should Christians actively engage in social justice movement, or does the kingdom mandate a different approach to societal change?
Let's get this. A Christian is a human being, although it's of another kingdom, but that kingdom is invisible, and that kingdom regulate or should regulate his life. So I'm a physics teacher. I must still teach the same physics others are teaching, but I must teach it with conscience, with everything I have. I teach with the mind that I want my student to get this thing. I want to help them as much as possible. What is driving all that is your kingdom life. I see somebody that is being cheated. I want to help this person if I'm in the position to do that. And that is the basis of activism. That's the basis. These are people who are helpless, and I'm in position to help. I should help. I should do something about it. Now, I'm doing that as a normal human being, but because I have a higher life that is driving me, that higher life can never permit me to close my eyes to that. Now, activism for me should be undertaken particularly by the advantaged. God expects us to do that depending on the influence you are. So for Christians to do that, for me, in fact, Christians should be on the forefront of doing things like that. If you know slave trade, if you have read history, slave trade was abolished by a Christian. Christians were the ones who are in the forefront of the fight of slave trade. Now, I don't know whether you know the meaning of slave trade. Slave trade was the driving force of the British economy and Europe in those days. And then somebody now say, and is a European himself, is a British Christian, is there a British Christian that fought it. So one of the frontliner of that was William Wilberforce. He was a politician, a businessman. But along the way, he got born again, and he began to realize that this thing is wrong to humanity. It's wrong. Well, some other Christians have been there, but they don't have that kind of voice. So he became the guy that championed the voice. Now, the fight was on for years. Eventually, slave trade was abolished, but not for the, not because not without the righteous cause of these guys. So for me, activism is good. The only thing is that in your activism, let kingdom life still regulate how you do all yours at junctions. Don't become violent. Don't be insulty. They are insult. There's this guy that I see, but sometimes I felt is negatively radical. One day like I was going, policeman stopped him. He started ranting. Go and bring your IG. I said, be cautious now. You don't have to insult them. There's a way you do things. I just felt, I don't like this kind of activity. You should not be rude, and you should not insult people. You should not even insult people in uniform. You should not even do it. It shows yourself you are not under the rule of the land. You should still be. And so we saw this next man, Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for social justice. Who fought, when the blacks were completely, sidelined. He fought for social justice. But they did it in a non-violent way. One of the things that shaped that guy was love. He said, we must still love these people. A lot of them don't know what they are doing. But it was a serious fight, and he did it for almost 11 years. But do you know something? He was a pastor. He was a Baptist pastor. William Wilberforce was a Christian. So history tells us that what we see today in terms of civility, in terms of right of people, a lot of people fought for it. So it's not only in Nigeria that we need things like that. It's across the globe that these things have always been on. So can Christians be part? Yes. But when you are doing it, do it, with a lot of wisdom, and allow the law that governs our common existence to guide you, while you know there is a higher life that drives, that give you that resilience, that give you that opium or that energy to keep moving. And then revert to prayers. Do a lot of it behind the scene, but don't bring prayer to the public. Do a lot of those things behind the scene, but be as shrewd as possible in the commonplace, I think. And then let what is driving you be the good of the people. I think for me, it's powerful. We need people who can. In fact, we need pastors who should do that in Nigeria. We need pastors who should fight for education of the poor. I saw one pastor like that starting a free school. I've been an advocate of free school. That by now, this is me. There are a lot of churches in Nigeria that should have free school. By now, by default, we already have too much influence and too much money that we should not even open branches. Let's open school. Let's open school. Schools will do more for the church than even branches of churches. That's just the truth. You know what these guys did? Saudi Arabia said they want to come and give mosque. The guy said, I don't need mosque. Put school. In fact, let me say this. Schools will even give up more disciples than churches. In one of the areas that I've had to repent again and again. And I know God has forgiven me. I'm just looking at the future. Is that I think financially I should have been harder and tougher all my life. By now we should have a lot of free things. Free school. Where are you raising all the disciples we have today? On campus. Did you contribute anything there? By now, churches should be donating auditorium and then sign a bond, you understand, an agreement with the institution. This all we are giving you, but this place is for church. We have done it. It's signed. They will allow us. We should have it across our universities. And then we're going to be raising disciples. So I think we need a creative way even of doing our activism.